you take a minute from scrolling and listen to this story that I found on TikTok? It really touched my heart, and I'm hoping that it touches more hearts out there. And I felt like just reposting it wasn't enough to get it out there, so I want to read it to you. It's from a page named Human Between the Lines, and it reads, I'm a tattoo artist. I own a small shop. Yesterday, a woman walked in at 4 p.m., no appointment, asked if I could squeeze her in. What do you want? I asked. She showed me a photo on her phone. Numbers, just numbers. 392 on my wrist, simple, black. Can you do it now? I looked at her. She'd been crying, eyes red, hands shaking. Yeah, I can do it, but can I ask what 392 means? She sat down in my chair, took a breath. It's the number of days my daughter stayed clean before she overdosed. I found her yesterday. I want to remember that she tried, that 392 days mattered. I didn't know what to say, I just nodded. Started setting up, she kept talking, needed to talk. Everyone's going to say that she relapsed, that she failed, that addicts always relapse, but they won't say that she was sober for 392 days, that she went to meetings, got a job, started painting again, that she was my daughter again for 392 days. They'll remember one day, the last day, but I'm going to remember 392. Her voice broke. This tattoo is proof those days existed, that she fought, that she almost made it. I finished the tattoo. Simple numbers, 392 on her wrist, where she could see it every day. She paid, tipped way too much, started to leave, then turned back. Can I ask you something weird? Anything, I said. Can you keep up that stencil, the 392? And if anyone ever comes in here struggling with addiction or losing someone to addiction, can you offer to do this tattoo for free? Any number. However many days their person stayed clean, 10 days, 100 days, one day, I don't care. Just so they know those days counted. She left before I could answer. I kept the 392 stencil, put it in a frame behind my counter, wrote under it, days of sobriety tattoos, always free, any number, because every day counts. I didn't think anyone would take me up on it. 3 days later, a man came in, saw the sign, started crying. Can you do 1,279? Absolutely. Who's it for? My brother. He was sober 1,279 days. Died in a car accident last week. Sober driver hit by a drunk driver. The irony is killing me. He fought so hard and some stranger took him out. I did the tattoo for free. He hugged me for 5 minutes. Word spread. I've done 23 sobriety tattoos in 3 weeks for free. Every single one. 47 days, 6 days, 1,823 days, 2 days. One woman got 14 hours tattooed. My son stayed clean for 14 hours before he relapsed and died. Everyone says 14 hours doesn't count, but it does. He tried. For 14 hours he tried. I tattooed 14 hours on her shoulder. She sobbed the entire time. When I finished, she looked at it and whispered, now everyone will know he tried. Yesterday, someone came in and asked for 0 days. I was confused. 0? He nodded. My daughter never got clean. She tried to quit so many times, went to rehab 4 times, but never made it past a few hours before using again. She died at 23. Everyone says she didn't try, but she did. She tried so hard. 0 days sober, but 1,000,000 attempts. Can you tattoo 0 with an infinity symbol? Because her attempts were infinite, even if her days weren't. I cried while doing that tattoo. 0 with an infinity symbol for a girl who never stopped trying, even though she never succeeded. A teenager came in 2 days ago, 17 years old, with his dad. Can you do 91 days for me? I'm 91 days sober. I want to remember. I looked at his dad. Dad nodded. He asked for this. I'm proud of him. I did the tattoo, 91 on his forearm. When I finished, the kid stared at it. Now when I want to use, I'll see this, I'll remember I made it to 91, I can make it to 92. His dad paid, tipped $200. You're saving Lives with ink, he said. Keep doing this. The kid comes back every 30 days. I add a small tally mark next to his 91. He's up to 151 days now. 5 tally marks. He's going to make it. The original woman came back yesterday, the 392 tattoo. I wanted to show you something, she said, pulled up her sleeve. Another number 1, just the number 1. What's that for? I asked. She smiled through the tears. 1 year since my daughter died. 1 year I've been surviving without her. Someone told me I should get a tattoo for my own sobriety, from grief, from giving up. I've been sober from ending my own life for 1 year because of this. She pointed to 392. Every time I wanted to give up, I looked at this. If she could fight for 392 days, I could fight for 1 more. So I'm marking my days now, too. 1 year, 365 days of choosing to stay. I have a wall now. Photos of every sobriety number tattoo I've done. 47 tattoos in 2 months. Numbers ranging from 14 hours to 6,247 days. Every single one free. Every single one with a story of someone who tried, who fought, who stayed clean for as long as they could. Some made it, some didn't. But every number matters, because addiction isn't about the day someone relapsed. It's about all the days they didn't. And those days deserve to be remembered, marked, honored. I started this because a grieving mother asked me to remember 392 days. Now I'm remembering hundreds of days, thousands of days, marking them in ink on the skin of people who refuse to forget. Every number tells me the same thing. Trying counts. Fighting counts. Even if you lose, the fight counted. I'm a tattoo artist, but these aren't just tattoos. They're monuments. Proof that someone tried in a world that only remembers the last day. I'm making sure we remember all the days before. Be gentle. I absolutely bawled my eyes out the first time that I read that. As somebody who is 9 years clean from IV heroin use, this year, if I make it to July, will be 10 years for me. And with sharing my dental journey on TikTok, on Instagram, I get so much hate for the state of where my teeth were and the fact that I lost my teeth at a young age, and it's always blamed on drugs. I've never kept my drug use a secret. I have posted about, celebrating my clean time on Facebook long before I was ever on TikTok. And I've always felt like being an open book would do nothing but help people by sharing my story and my struggles, that it would maybe give other people hope. I too tried to go to rehab and failed once. I went once. I stayed for 2 weeks and I walked out. I used again after that, and I would just try and fail, and one time it just stuck. I didn't want to hurt my mom anymore, either of my parents, but just the pain that I could see in my mom's face was enough for me to be just done. I quit cold turkey in my parents' basement. I was so incredibly sick, and I wanted to suffer as much as I possibly could so that I never put myself through that ever again. I have lost so many friends and so many family members to the grips of addiction, alcohol and drugs. And for any of you that have struggled with addiction or have had family members that struggle with addiction, you know that it doesn't just affect that person, it affects the entire family. This poem really resonated, or this story really resonated with me, because every single day counts. And I just think that it's so beautiful. So if you are recovering from addiction, or maybe you are in the grips of your addiction right now, I just want you to know that every single day that you fought to try to stay clean, they matter, they count. I wish that everybody could escape those grips, but sometimes they're just too strong. So try to be kind. Don't judge an addict or an alcoholic. They're fighting their own battles, and just love one another. I love you guys.